1945, the final months of World War II in a Nazi concentration camp. Hell reigns under the command of Ilsa, the she-wolf of the SS, obsessed with the idea of female superiority. She torments the prisoners with sadistic experiments to prove that women can endure more pain than men and therefore should be sent to the front. Ilsa personally selects male prisoners for her own desires. If someone proves insufficiently resilient, she humiliates him and sentences him to castration, sometimes merely observing the procedure, other times carrying it out with her own hands. Women, meanwhile, become the subjects of barbaric experiments. They are infected with deadly diseases, deprived of sight, mutilated, and whipped to the point of collapse. In special chambers, inmates are subjected to lethal pressure or extreme heat, while others are tortured with electric shocks. Ilsa justifies all these torments as a scientific mission to prove that women are supposedly more enduring than men. To instill fear, victims are often put on display, suspended or left to suffer in front of the others. A new group of prisoners arrives at the camp. Among them is Wolf, an American student of German descent who was captured while studying in Berlin. His Aryan appearance immediately draws Ilsa's attention, and soon she summons him to her quarters for the night. Wolf shows remarkable endurance and satisfies the commandant, preserving his life. He becomes the first man to return from her chambers intact without the usual punishment. Among the prisoners, whispers quickly spread that he has killed Ilsa, for no one had ever come back from her the same. Wolf shares his secret with his cellmate Mario, a former victim of Ilsa. In the women's barracks, the prisoners exchange the horrors of the experiments and plot a revolt. One woman stands out, Hannah, a newcomer with remarkable endurance. The new arrivals are first forced to have their intimate areas shaved, with punishment for those who resist. Then they are subjected to electric shocks, where honour lasts longer than anyone else. The commandant rejoices. This girl will prove the theory for the Reich. She intensifies the torment fire devices to the body, boiling, crushing pressure, yet honour remains unbroken, which both infuriates and fascinates Ilsa. Ilsa summons Wolf again. Doubting his abilities, she sends in two of her subordinate guards to test him. Wolf proves himself, and a satisfied Ilsa confesses that she wants to bear his children an ideal Aryan to strengthen the Reich. Meanwhile, the prisoners draw up a map of the camp, agreeing to stage a revolt after the general's visit. Coming to the women's barracks to announce the visit, Ilsa overhears the escape plan. She punishes the resilient Anna, the instigator, with the most brutal tortures, fiery shocks inside, crushing pressure, boiling water so that everyone can see the price of rebellion. Yet honour endures. The prisoners clean the camp for the arrival, but at night they are dragged off for new experiments. The general arrives at the camp to evaluate the results of the work. Ilsa stages a presentation of her research. She shows prisoners infected with deadly diseases and others driven to exhaustion by whips and electricity. Particularly impressed by the experiments with viruses, the general awards her the Iron Cross. In his honour, a sinister banquet is held. Culminating in a surprise, a girl is placed on a melting block of ice with a noose around her neck, doomed to die by the end of the evening. Said night, the general demands humiliation from Ilsa, forcing her to stand over him naked and degradingly sprinkle him, a symbol of her submission. Reluctantly, she obeys. In the morning, the general departs, leaving behind an atmosphere of humiliation and fear. After the general's departure, Ilsa summons Wolf once more. This time, he seizes the moment. During their game, he ties her to the bed with stockings, steals a pistol on the alarm switch, then gets here. This becomes the signal for the uprising to begin. The prisoners attack the guards' knives, and improvised weapons come into play. In the ensuing firefight, many are killed. Machine gunners in the watchtowers mow down rows of inmates. but are ultimately taken out. The camp falls under the control of the rebels, and the surviving Nazis are herded together, reduced to a defeated crowd. Anna, barely alive from the tortures, crawls with a knife toward the bound Ilsa. She climbs onto the bed, raises her hand to strike, but her strength fails, and she collapses dead onto the commandant. Wolf urges the others to escape, but they crave revenge and execute the captives, including Ilsa's doctor. Wolf and his beloved leave for the hills. Nazi reinforcements a tank unit storm in, destroying the camp and everyone inside, including Ilsa, who is finished with a shot to the head to erase all traces. The commander boasts that the Allies will never know. From Sahil Wolf and his companion watch the flames. They are the only survivors, carrying the truth of the atrocities into the world. Ilsa, She-Wolf of the SS, is pure 70s nightmare, and we've tried to capture all of its insane vibe. If you enjoyed it, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. See you next time.